Reading Srimad Bhagavatam 4:31-2. Dikshita Brahma Satrena Sarva Bhutatma Medasa Atichyam Tisivelayam Siddho Bhujitra Jajali. Dikshita been determined. Brahma Satrena, by understanding of the Supreme Spirit, Sarva, or Bhuta, living entities, Atma Medasa, considering like oneself, Pratichyam, in the Western DC, direction, Velayam, on the seashore, Siddha, perfect, Bhut, became, Yatra, where, Jajali, great sage Jajali. Translation: the Prasadas went to the seashore in the west, where the great liberated sage Jajali was residing. After perfecting the spiritual knowledge by which one becomes equal with all living entities, the Prasadas became perfect in Krishna consciousness. Kindly repeat. The Prasadas went to the seashore in the west, where the great liberated sage Jajali was residing. After perfecting the spiritual knowledge by which one becomes equal toward all living entities, the Prasadas became perfect in Krishna consciousness. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The word Brahmasatra means cultivation of spiritual knowledge. Actually, both the Vedas and severe austerities are known as Brahma. Vedas Tapo Devyam Tapo Tattvam Tapo Brahma. Tattvam Tapo Brahma. Brahma also means the absolute truth. One has to cultivate knowledge of the absolute truth by pursuing studies in the Vedas and undergoing severe austerities and penances. The Prasadas properly executed this function and consequently became equal to all living entities. As Bhagavad Gita confirms, Brahma Bhutaha Prasnatma na sochate na kanchati Tamaha sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim labate param. One who is thus transcendently situated at once realizes the Supreme Brahman and becomes fully joyful. He never laments nor desires to have anything. He is equally disposed to every living entity. In that stage he attains pure devotional service unto me. When one actually becomes spiritually advanced, he does not see the difference between one living entity and another. This platform is attained by determination. When perfect knowledge is expanded, one ceases to see the outward covering of the living entity. He sees rather the spirit soul within the body, thus he does not make distinction between a human being and an animal, a Laman, Brahmana and a Chandala. Vidya Vinaya Sampane Brahmane Gavirastini Sune Chaiva Swapaka Vecha Panditaha Samadarshinaha. The humble sage, by virtue of true knowledge, sees with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog and a donkey, the outcasts. 5:18. The learned person sees everyone equally on a spiritual basis, and a learned person, a devotee, wants to see everyone develop in Krishna consciousness. The place where the Prasetas were deciding was perfect for executing spiritual activities, for it is indicated that the great sage Jajali attained mukti, liberation there. One desiring perfection or liberation should associate with a person who is already liberated. This is called sadhu sangha. Associating with perfect devotee. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananam Gyana Shalakaya Chakshushan Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Satpitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamam Didati Swaparanigam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutabada Kamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Jatam Sahagana Narit Shakam Cha Ek Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shabanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hare Pri Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namaram Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So thank you very much coming on to the Bhagavatam class. Jai Shri Radha Madhamohan. So there are a few points in this verse. One is that they did not stay at home, they left the house. That's the first thing. So if anyone wants perfection, to stay at home is difficult. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has ordered everybody to stay at home. There is a contradictory instruction, yeah? Yes or no? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told the Brahmin, no, you stay at home. And what did he say? Sleep. What? Sleep. What did he tell him? Chant Hare Krishna. The easy way out. What did he actually tell him? Anyone knows? Huh? He told him to stay at home and preach Krishna consciousness. Practice, as is Chant Hare Krishna, and then preach. In this way, you will never lose my association. All the householders are happy now. No need to go out of the house. No problem, you stay at home. Correct? Yes? So, but anyone is serious, he will go and stay with the association of devotees. That's another point here. They went to this place primarily to associate with the liberated. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction is that you stay and you do this preaching and chanting, you will never lose my association. So again, Kali Yuga, you see, there's difficulty of trying to go to any place, problem. See how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has made it very easy. But the condition is that you have to preach. So what is the need for this thing? If you go and associate with a liberated soul, like in our case, you stay at home and you associate with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Not that you associate, you don't have any, you have to associate. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, if you do this, then you will never lose my company. That verse is there.
7:1.
Yeah, so, you understand? So if you follow this system of staying at home, studying Krishna consciousness and preaching Krishna consciousness and practicing Krishna consciousness, then you will never lose the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's why it says in Kali Yuga, the Lord has descended, right? What is that? Krishna Tvishe Krishna, Sango Panga Prasadam, yeah, Yajante Sumedasaha, right? Those who are intelligent, they will worship the incarnation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Kali Yuga. So if anyone wants to be successful in Kali Yuga, they cannot do away without Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, mercy. It's not possible. Because this Kali Yuga, everything is messed up. Who is living home? No, difficult. Everything is difficult. Yes. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is made simple. Yeah, that's why he said, you stay there and you preach. And what happens when you do this, you see, the main thing is this, that after perfecting the spiritual knowledge, which one become equal to all living entities. This is a very important point. Because how can you be equal to every living entity? The only point is that unless you see them spiritual beings, first you have to understand you are a spirit soul. Then by practicing you have to also learn how to see everybody as spirit soul. It's not just that you see the spirit soul, you also see the Supreme Personality of Godhead sitting in the heart of every living entity. This is the platform of a sage who is what? High in vision. So that's why Prabhupada quoted the verse, no? Brahma Bhuta Prasnatma. Yes? Yes? This verse, Bhagavad Gita. See, when you come to this Brahman realization, Brahma Bhuta means you understand you are not the body, you are spirit soul. You have become happy and you are no more lamenting, na nadanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam. You don't want anything. And this is the line that is stressed today. Samaha sarvasya bhuteshu. So one has to learn to come to this platform. Yes? That means until you practice preceding this verse, you know, right? Preceding this verse is what verse? Preceding this verse, there's another verse, no? What is that verse? You know not? 14:26. This is the verse preceding this one. Come on, you don't know? Hello? This is the, so you see here, this is the verse that is preceding this. (14:26), right? So this is the verse preceding that, you know. Mamcha yo avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate. See this verse? Bhakti yogena sevate. Sa guna samaditaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. You understand this point? In other words, you cannot make it if you don't take up the devotional process. Only by devotional service you can come to this understanding. You cannot do it by karma yoga, jnana yoga, all this is impossible. Actually, too much tapasya like this Mayavad do, they don't even harden the heart, The heart becomes what? Very hard. So therefore it's not feasible. That's why Prahlad also said, that verse, what's that? Prayena, what? What is that verse? Swamukti kama, maunam charanti, correct? You know that verse, right? Hello? Don't know, tell me, so I show you. If you say, oh, Koyapla, how to preach like this? Don't know. Hare Krishna. Alright, what number is that? 7944. You let me know, then otherwise I'll just, move on. So you see here in this verse, prayena. Go to this English. My dear Lord Narasimhadev, I see that there are many saintly persons indeed, but they are interested only in their own deliverance. Not caring for big cities and towns, they go to the Himalayas or the forests to meditate in vows of silence, mountain. They are not interested in delivering others. This is the point here. See that? They are not interested in delivering others. As for me, however, I do not wish to be liberated alone, leaving aside all this poor food and rascals. I know that without Krishna consciousness, without taking shelter of your lotus feet, one cannot be happy. Therefore, I wish to bring them back to you, to shake shelter of your lotus feet. You understand this point? This is relating to those people who are not interested in helping others. So if you come to that point of not wanting to help others, then you cannot attain the lotus feet of the Lord. It's not possible. That's also stressed here in another place, you can see. I think it's here. May there be good fortune throughout the universe, and may all envious persons be pacified. May all living entities become calm by practicing bhakti yoga. For by accepting devotional service, they will think of each other's welfare. This is the point. You understand? In other words, only by devotional service you can come to this stage. That's why the Brahma Bhuta Prasnatma Nasuchite Kanchite, correct? Samaham Sarveshu. So if you don't practice Krishna consciousness, then you cannot come to this position of crossing yourself above this bodily consciousness and coming to think of the Lord in everybody's heart and seeing the living entity and becoming compassionate. That's not possible otherwise. That's why this bhakti yoga, this karma yoga and jnana yoga, all this will not work. You understand this? Are you? Hello? See, so it says here, this is spoken by the devotees who are worshipping Narasimhadev, the planet. Therefore, see, living entities become calm by practicing bhakti yoga. In other words, they lose their enviousness. Only on the bodily plane you become envious. Do you know? Do you know that? It says here, may all envious persons be pacified. Yeah. all living entities are born Icchati Vishe Samutena Sammoham Bha. You know, right? Do you know that? Hello? Huh? Every guy is born under this conditioning of what? Illusion, desire and enviousness, correct? Ichcha and division. All living entities are taken birth in the earth, planet, or in this universe. Everyone is under this conditioning. What is that? Desiring and envious. That's why I hear this prayer. May be pacified. How they can be pacified? May all living entities become calm by practicing bhakti yoga. This is again the point here. May all living entities become calm by practicing bhakti yoga. In other words, without bhakti yoga, they cannot be. It's not possible. You follow this point? They cannot. That's not possible. Just now we heard, no? Prahlad Maharaj said again. What he said? Huh? All these people are going to the forest and all that people, correct? Their heart is not. You understand? So in order to develop that compassion, that purification, one must learn how to see one as a spirit soul and also must learn how to see the Lord sitting in everybody's heart and serving. Yeah, I think I have showed you last time the verse, right? You know, right? Do you know? Where I am going to go next here to show you? You know? 11:29, right? Do you know? 11:29 what? One must bow down even to the dogs and the cats, right? And you know that verse? Hello? Hello? Don't know. Huh? The Prabhupada quoted here this verse. What is that? This verse of this, seeing the elephant, dog eater, all this. What is that verse? Beginning one? Vidya Vinaya Sampane. There's the same thing is there in the 11:29. You know, no? Hello? Take out for me. Hare Krishna. One must learn how to pay obeisances. See, this is how you learn how to become what? Understanding. Firstly, why you must pay obeisances. Unless you are humble, it's difficult to see things now. If you are full of pride and false ego, will you go and bow down to anybody? You won't. So the Vaishnava principle is to always pay obeisances. What the number?
29.
29? 16, huh? 2 verses, no? So here you see, I think you please try to remember all this because these are correlated, you know. Vidya Vinaya Sampane, this is all linked together. Disregarding the ridicule of one's companion, one should give up the bodily conception and its accompanying embarrassment. One should offer obeisance before all, even the dogs, cows and asses, falling flat upon the ground like a rock. See, why? Because if you do this, you think you're crazy. Of course, Prabhupada also writes that you don't go and embrace a tiger, you know. At least you should understand that there are living entities and Krishna is in the heart, you know, and you should pay at least, you know, respect and obeisance. This idea to understand that they are not the body. You follow? So you see, then what happens if you keep doing this? You see the next verse. Until one has fully developed the ability to see me within all living beings, one must continue to worship me by this process and the activities of his speech, mind and body. Do you understand this point? This is how you have been taught to come out of this bodily conceptual line. Because if you remain in this bodily platform, then you cannot go to Krishna. There's a verse in 3:29. I punish that person if he looks at other living entities in a different way. You know that verse? Hello? 3:29? Don't know. Hello? What is it? If anyone looks into other living entity, in a very strange way, I don't know exact words is there, 3:29? Hello? What? 3:29:23? This 29 is a very powerful number. Everywhere is 29. 3:29:23? Huh? 20? 26? What is going on? See, this verse is very important, see. As the blazing fire of death, I cause great fear to whoever makes the least discrimination between himself and other living entities because of a different outlook. Is that it? Hello? Huh? You understand? Huh? Understand? Not understanding? What? Huh? So if you look at the cockroach and wow, or you look at the monkey, look at this, correct? So if you do all these kind of things, you understand? Krishna is what he is saying. As the blazing fire of death, I cause great fear to whoever makes the least discrimination between himself and other living entities because of the differential outlook. So Krishna he doesn't like that. He doesn't like this, someone seeing the body and making what? Distinctions. You understand? So in other words, you cannot practice this consciousness of what? Looking at the body. This bodily concept of life cannot work spiritually. Firstly, you will be stuck in the body and you only think your body, and then what? When you are in the body, what happens? Quarreling, fighting, all these things will come. Yes, the mind. When you are identifying with the body means you identify the mind. When you identify with the mind, that's what the mind says, he is my friend, he is my enemy, he is my... Like this, correct? What is the verse for that? 11, 23, 47. No, 48. 48. You see here? This is what happens. See? This is what you start doing. Failing to conquer the irrepressible enemy, the mind whose urges are intolerable and torment the heart. Many people completely bewilder and create useless quarrels with others. Thus they conclude that other people are either their friends, their enemies, or parties indifferent to them. See this point? This is the bodily concept of primarily identifying with the mind. Yes? Hello? You understand it? So therefore it is very dangerous to stay in this bodily concept of life. We cannot become peaceful. And the only way out of this is to take up the process of devotion. And if you maintain this kind of consciousness, Krishna will not even accept anything from your hands. Do you know that? Hello? Where are those verses? That Krishna will not accept nothing from you if you are having this kind of a... Where are all those verses? Huh? 11:15, no?
Not 11:15,
7:15?
7:14.
7:14? Seven 14 what? 42. 14. All right. Sometimes a neophyte devotee offers all the paraphernalia for worshipping the Lord, and he factually worships the Lord as a deity. But because he is envious of the authorized devotees of the Lord Vishnu, the Lord is never satisfied with devotional service. So this is referring to the devotees. But we are talking about living entities. So where are those verses about living entities? Hello? Hello? You know or you don't know? Huh? Where? So it says here in this verse, so you see here, in all these verses about how you look differently to the living entities. Sanskrit, no? Aham sarveshu bhuteshu bhutatma vastitah sada tam avagyaya mam matya kurute richa vidambanam. Vidambana means what? Imitation. See? I am present in every living entity as a super soul. If someone neglects or disregards that super soul everywhere and engages himself in worship of the deity in the temple, it is simply an imitation. Is that? Huh? Hello? Very clear. And then, if you go do some more puja, again, yo mam sarveshu bhuteshu santam atmanam ishwaram hitva acharam bhajate maudyat jas basmani eva juhoti saha. Basma means ashes. One who worships the deity of Godhead in the temple but does not know that the Supreme Lord as Paramatma is situated in every living entity's heart must be in ignorance and is compared to one who offers oblations into ashes. So again, if you Because you see super soul means you also must understand that the living entity is sitting side by side, right? Huh? You know, right? The living entity is what? Two birds sitting in the... Huh? Not only one bird, no? How many birds? Two. So if you don't see this, then whatever you do, the Lord is not going to reciprocate. The Lord is not. Compared, whatever you do or you offer is like what? Offering to, pouring what? All your ghee to ashes. Any use of pouring ghee to the ashes? Again another, this one we saw, no? Anyone who makes distinction, I create fear in their body, correct? Yes, we read this, no? No, we didn't read this. Huh? One who offers me respect but is envious of the body of others. You see this point? One who offers me respect but is envious of the body of others and is therefore a separatist. Never attain peace of mind. He never attain because of his inimical behavior towards others. Behavior to other living entities. So, again, that means you go and kill them and eat. What is your position? You cannot go to God. That's not possible. Huh? Meat eaters, that's why meat eaters cannot. Forget it. There is no God consciousness in their life. Cannot. The word is what? Cannot, it's not possible. Don't think you can do your what? Compromise and you don't know, no, God is in my heart, I know God, no? Huh? They talk like that. God is in your heart, yeah? Who don't know? Yes. You understand? The Lord is saying here, because of his inimical behavior to others, he never attained peace of mind. Forget about going to God. Correct? Separatist. Separatist means what? Somebody who is separate, he don't want to work together, he wants to be. There's a whole verse about the separatism. 3, 29, 8, 7. You can go refer. And then, I think another one here, 24 and 25. 24 and 25. That is very clear, I think, this verse is My dear mother, even if we worship with proper rituals and paraphernalia, a person who is ignorant of my presence in all living entity never pleases me by the worship of my deities in the temple. Forget it. The Lord is saying, what is it? Never get peace. He cannot please me, right? He becomes a separatist. You think you can make it without Krishna now? Possible? And I already pointed out, unless you worship Krishna in devotional service, there is no question of coming to this understanding. Yes? I think I showed, no, that's now the verses, right? Huh? Correct? Hello? You see how it's going all in sequence? Hello? They say don't read the Bhagavatam, very boring. Huh? Prabhupada is repeating it over and over again, yeah? Yes! Rascals. That's the words for them. Yesterday someone was telling that in our class, right? Huh? Some ISKCON man was saying, Prabhupada don't know. You have to read Vishwanath Chakravarti. Wasn't it? Who was that yesterday? Huh?
Satyam.
Huh?
Satyam Jyoti.
What?
Satyam Jyoti.
Satyam, no? He said. He went to ISKCON, they told him, don't read the Bhagavad, don't read Prabhupada. Prabhupada is not very accurate. Sometimes he's, what is it?
Mistake.
You mistakes, huh? You must go directly to what? Vishwanath Chakravarti. Yes. That's why after hearing that he decided, I'm not going to go to ISKCON anymore. Can you imagine a statement like that? Performing his prescribed duties, one should worship the deity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead until one realizes my presence in his own heart and in the heart of all other living entities as well. This is what we read just now in 1129. Right? You see how it's all repeated? Yeah? If you don't do welfare, then forget it, you cannot make it. You understand? I think the Lord spoke also in Prithu Maharaj, no? 4:20, what? That's the verse. The Lord is speaking to him. You can see 4:20. Hello? Huh? It's a welfare. Prithu Maharaj, the Lord is speaking to him. You must learn how to do welfare to all, correct? 4:21, hello? Beginning. You got it? 4:23, correct? Is that fact?
Yeah.
4:23, yeah? So you see here, the Lord is speaking to Prithu Maharaj. He is saying here, O king, one who is advanced in intelligence and eager to perform welfare activities for others is considered best among human beings. Yeah. An advanced human being is never malicious to others. Those with advanced intelligence are always conscious of this, that this material body is different from the soul. See, one point here, see how the Lord is speaking. It's a very powerful word, this one. Huh? Yes? Right? Yes? Huh? Hello? You read it again? See? O king, one who is advanced in intelligence and eager to perform welfare activities for others is considered best among human beings. See? If you are interested in performing welfare activities for others, considered the best among human beings. And what is the best welfare activity? What? Speaking out. What did he say?
Preaching.
Huh?
Preaching.
Preaching. Giving what? Preaching what?
Krishna.
Yes, preaching Krishna consciousness. That is the supreme welfare activity. Yes? Where is it stated, this thing? Where is it stated? Don't know again. Oh, nothing you know. What are you doing? You're not reading the books? Huh? Where is it stated, this thing, that is the highest, giving Krishna consciousness? Hello? Hello, Mr. Walkabout? You know all this Mahabharata, here, this, there, right? So where is it stated that giving Krishna consciousness is the highest thing? Come on. Hello? Hare Krishna. No, Prabhu is not stated at all. Because you Hare Krishna, you are making it up. Huh? Come on. What? What word? Come on, you saying something, say loudly, I can hear.
9 to 9.
Not correct. It is said is highest knowledge, but he say about, I am talking about giving this knowledge. You consider topmost. What is the verse? Come on.
1868.
You'll ask the ladies, I think they'll do better.
1868,
1868.
Yes, 1868. What is that verse? Huh? 1868. All right. For one who explains the supreme secret to devotees, pure devotional service guaranteed. And the end he will come back to me. There is no, this thing is running, why? Not going. Huh? There is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will there ever be one more dear. That is what Krishna is saying. What? What? Yes, anyone who gives what? Krishna to the others. Where else can you? Maybe a little difficult for you, huh? Where else? Huh? 525? What is 525? Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah.
What is that? Read.
Not exactly the highest thing, just self-realization works for the welfare of others.
It says welfare working for others.
Those who are beyond the dualities that arise from doubts which minds are engaged within, who are always busy working for the welfare of all living beings, who are free from all sins, achieve liberation of the Supreme.
Prabhupada didn't say directly. Bhagavad Gita, 5th chapter. Working for the welfare of others, yes.
Yeah.
But in that, Ramananda Rai talking with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, yes, what he says? What? Hello? You know? Huh? Who is one of the questions that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him? Yes? What is that? Have you got it? Huh? Another verse, the gopis, they are missing Krishna and they are glorifying those.
No, that is 1031.
Huh? No, but the Ramananda Rai there, right?
824. 824.
Huh? 8?
Srimadhya 824.
8 what?
824.
Not 824, no. Below, no?
Yeah, 824.
Huh? Who is the most? Don't have? Huh? While I'm waiting for you, I'll show you another verse. My dear King Yudhishthira, the Brahmanas, especially those engaged in preaching the glories of the Lord throughout the entire world, are recognized and worshipped by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the heart and soul of all creation. The Brahmanas, by their preaching, sanctify the three worlds with the dust of their lotus feet, and thus they are worshipable even for Krishna. You understand this? Hello? Huh? What? Huh? These are all common verses that we showed many, many times over and over again. What the other one? The gopis?
Gopis, there's 31 line.
10?
31.
31? 9. This is a part of the Gopi Gita, this one. This verse is the last one in the Gopi Gita. Not last. I think Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and what's his name? Prataparudra spoke this verse. He covered his mouth after that. Do you know that? You know? Hello? The nectar of your words and the description of your activities are life and soul of those suffering in the material world. This narration transmitted by learned sages eradicates one's sinful reaction and bestows good fortune upon whoever hears them. These narrations are broadcast. These narrations are broadcast all over the world and are filled with spiritual power. Certainly those who spread this message of Godhead are most munificent. Again, this is showing that gopis are crying in separation from Krishna and they are glorifying the preachers. Yes? Hello? So you see how, unless you are preaching Krishna consciousness, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu we quoted, beginning, Yare Deka Tareka, Krishna Upadesh. So whole idea is preaching. If we preach Krishna consciousness, then Krishna automatically becomes pleased and he takes out of this, from this conditioned life. But if we don't preach, then our advancement is very, very difficult. Yes? Understand? If you maintain yourself in your bodily platform, then you are very, what is that verse? If you think yourself in the body, you are no better than the dog, asses and what? No, not that one. It is 2:7:42, 41. What is that? See, this is here, 2:7:42, 41. Huh? Yeah, here. But anyone who is specifically favored by the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, due to unalloyed surrender unto the service of the Lord, can overcome the insurmountable ocean of illusion and can understand the Lord. But those who are attached to the body, to this body which is meant to be eaten at the end by dogs and jackals, cannot do so. Again, it correlates. Unless you preach, you cannot be favored. Krishna said, you preach me, you become very dear to me, right? So you become dear, then you can overcome this illusion. You see how this verses are fixed together. Are you following? And if you don't overcome this illusion, then you cannot understand that you are not the body. Yes? And when you cannot understand that, then your body is meant to be eaten by what? Hello? Yes. Are you following? Yeah? So you must become a preacher. Then you please Krishna. When you please Krishna, then you can overcome your bodily concept of life. In other words, I think I have repeated this many, many times, no? Hello? Here, one who always sees all living entity as spiritual spark and quality one with the Lord become a true know of things. What then can be illusion or anxiety for him? Is it this point here? One who always sees all living entities as spiritual spark in quality one with the Lord become a true know of things. That means theoretically you must understand that everybody is what? Hello? Yes. Then you see, as the Prabhupada is saying, except for the Madhya Adhikari and Uttama Adhikari discussed above, no one can correctly see the spiritual position of the living entity. Finish. Period. Unless you are Madhyama and Uttama. This neophyte, what is his name? What is the neophyte called? Kanishta guy. He's always fighting. Yes? Right? Correct? Cannot see. So Madhyama means what? Preacher. Madhyama means what? Preacher. So if you don't come to the second class platform of preaching, then you cannot understand this Krishna and living entity and all these things. Yes? Hello? So then you will not have any interest of welfare also. Prabhu, what to speak, these guys all rascals, let them rot, I've got people, why don't you bring someone on side? Nah, Prabhu, these guys are useless. He will come to the temple and he will eat. When I ask him, can you bring some friend? No, Prabhu, they all are useless. Understand? Yes. Why? Not a preacher. Are you following? So when you don't come to that stage, then Krishna will not be pleased with you. And you will be stuck in a bodily concept. And what you will do? Fighting, quarreling, politics. This is what you will do. Yes? Hello? There's a problem. We have to handle this problem. And you don't support him, again another problem, he won't come back. Another problem. Yes, and worse still, you ask money, he will collapse. No, Prabhu, your temple is very rich. No, so many people give him money. Why you also don't give? No, it's my money. Correct? You see how they make distinction? Because he cannot understand. You must learn how to serve the Lord in 4 ways, correct? What is that word? 10. 10? 10 what? 35? 22, 35. See here. So you must learn how to serve by your pranay. What is pranay? Life. Artha? Well, Diya? Intelligence. And Vacha? Words. This is spoken by the Lord. It's the duty, see, that's welfare. Here we are talking about welfare. It's the duty of every living being to perform welfare activities for the benefit of others with his life, wealth, intelligence and words. Yeah? These are the four things in which you must do. But if you preach Krishna consciousness, then everything is included already. Yes? So therefore, very important. If you want to do any welfare work, yeah, of course you can give prasadam and this and that. But the real thing is what? To give the what? Knowledge. You understand? That's again another subject. So many verses on that one also. I'm getting late, so I'm not going to go there. Can speak next time. I think there's so many verses today we covered. Huh? 4:12:31. Huh? 4:12:36. This one is that Vaikuntha, correct? Cannot go back to Godhead also. The self-effulgent Vaikuntha planet, by whose illumination alone all the eliminated planets within this material give off the effect of light, cannot be reached by those who are not merciful to other living entities. Only persons who constantly engage in welfare activities for other living entities can reach the Vaikuntha planet. I think next verse also. Next verse also. Persons who are peaceful, equiposed, cleansed and purified and who know the art of pleasing all other living entities. That's the point here. They know the art of pleasing all other living entities. Keep friendship only with devotees of the Lord. They alone can very easily achieve the perfection of going home back to Godhead. This is the point today. They went to Jala Jali. What's his name? Jajali. I can change his name. Sorry, Jalajali. Correct? Association. Just now I showed you the words from 5:18 what? 9, right? Now 5:18:10 also they also say the same thing. I show you the same point. See here, this is also the same thing, you see. My Lord, we pray that we may never feel attraction for the prison of family life consisting of home, wife, children, friends, bank balance, relative and so on. We do not have some attachment. If we do have some attachment, let it be for your devotees, whose only dear friend is Krishna. A person who is actually self-reliant and who has controlled his mind, is perfectly satisfied with the bare necessities of life. He does not try to gratify his senses. Such a person quickly advances in Krishna consciousness, whereas others who are too attached to material things find advancement very difficult. A very, very important verse read by this. So any questions or comments? We covered at length the whole subject of welfare. Yes? Anything we missed out?
When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him, the Kurma Brahmana, he wanted to become sannyasi. He asked to remain in the household alive. Why, if somebody wants to take sannyas, why should he be asked to stay in household alive?
He also told Raghunath to leave, don't get married, no? Raghunath Bhatt, he told him don't get married. So that's also there. So certain people, he gives certain instructions. But generally he was speaking to all those people, he traveled, he stay at home and preach. So accordingly, he tells to different people differently. So we have to understand that properly. Some people who can become, why not? But those who want to become, you tell him, no, don't become. Then that's not good, no?
That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did, right?
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he asked him to stay at home and preach Krishna consciousness. For the kurma, I showed, right, remember? The kurma, he got cured, no? Not kurma, what is his name? Vasudev, is it? The leper. Vasudev, the leper, no? He got cured, and then he asked, I'm frightened now because you cured me, then I will become very puffed up now. I don't want this pride to disturb me. Because pride is the biggest problem in spiritual life. Yes or no? Hello? Anything you do, you can get proud. You do puja, you can get proud. You cook also, you can get proud. You just simply sing also, get proud. You pay obeisance also, you get proud. Oh, look, I am paying so nice obeisance. Everything you can get proud. Yes. So therefore, pride is so dangerous, you understand? So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, can you take that out for me, that leper?
7148.
Huh?
7148.
7148. So he said, you see how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching this. So we have to understand how we can overcome all these problems. Yes, okay, you see. Now we have to go here, there's one more verse before. The Brahmana Vasudev continued, "Oh my merciful Lord, just such mercy is not possible for ordinary living entities. Some such mercy can be found only in you. Upon seeing me, even a sinful person goes away due to my bad bodily order." He had leprosy, this person. "Yet you have touched me. Such is the independent behavior of the Supreme Personality of Godhead." He embraced him and his leprosy left him. This is the part here. Being meek and humble, Brahmana Vasudev worried that he could become proud after being cured by the grace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See, this is the point? He got worried because now I'll be proud because I got cured. You understand? Huh? To protect the Brahmana, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised him to chant the Hare Krishna mantra incessantly, and by doing so, he would never become unnecessarily proud. Because the process of chanting is what? Tarnadapi sunichena taroapi sahisuna, right? Hello? Huh? That is, first thing is to cut down the pride. I am what? Lower than the straw in the street, more taller than the tree. What else? Showing respect to others. These are all three things that cut down what? Right? See? So if we chant Hare Krishna properly in this consciousness, then we will be free from pride. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction. Yeah? So you see how we can control all these anarthas by this Krishna consciousness. And then he told him, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also advising, this is not finished. Advised Vasudeva to preach about Krishna and thus liberate living entities. As a result, Krishna would very soon accept him as a devotee. Again the same point. Hello? What is it? We just didn't tell him to keep quiet, just chant and sleep. Huh? What he told him to do? Yes. Prabhu, our Hindu religion, we don't preach, Right? But we throw stones and what? Huh? What we do? That's what we do, right? Correct? Complete nonsense. You understand? So we must learn how to preach. This is the whole idea. Then, yes, the whole world will become Krishna conscious. Alright, so we stop here. Anything else? Anybody is asking anything? Nothing, huh?
But with household, he asked to stay in the household and preach. It was very difficult, right? With the family, there were so many things.
Prabhupada had given a simple formula, you get down in the evening, you call people to your house, you chant, give prasadam. Anyone can do that. And whatever you understand, you speak. What is so difficult to tell people to chant, correct? If you don't know, then the temple here, so many devotees are here, you can ask. Or you can also read Prabhupada books. Unless you read, how you will preach? Right? The idea is to make them to hear, If you don't hear, how you preach, correct? And anyone who is actually serious about Krishna consciousness, his mood will be to bring others. That will be his natural inclination. I remember when I got the Bhagavad Gita, first thing I am reading, I said, wow, this book is so good. I will buy many books and give out. And this way everybody will become devotee. That's why I was wrong. You understand? But that interest, immediately, I should speak to others. Yare deka, tare gaha Krishna Upadesh. And prasadam, people come, you give prasadam, you have prayer, you chant. In those days, what we used to do is that we used to play this Hare Krishna tape, this tape, Prabhupada singing, Hare Krishna. So our evening, we bought the tape recorder also for that time. The name of the tape recorder is Akai, I don't know, you know. Way back, that brand no more around, but you see. And those days it's all not, we got reels and we got, cassettes and so many things. And then the thing will come out, the cassette will come out, this reel, it's too much. I was living in those times. And then we will play the tape in the evening and then we will, my father will do the arati and be singing Prabhupada, chanting, and we will follow Prabhupada. And then we offer and then call, anyone comes, you give prasadam. Anyone can do this. That's how, the early days, I'm talking about 1975. How Krishna consciousness we started in this country. Anyone can do this one, right? Yes? Unless you have cooked your pizza and you don't want no one to come, then that's another thing. Correct? So we have to learn how to do this. In fact, there's another verse, if you don't do this, you will fall down. Prabhupada said, we quoted this many times, right? 25, 274, right? 278. If you don't do it, you will fall down. Right? See? Man becomes strong and stout by eating sufficient grain, but the devotee who simply eats ordinary grain but not taste the transcendental pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna, gradually become weak and fall down from the transcendental position. However, if one drinks but a drop of the nectar of Krishna's pastimes, body and mind begin to bloom and he begins to laugh, sing and dance. All the devotees connected with the Krishna conscious movement must read all the books that have been translated, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita and others. Otherwise, after some time, they will simply eat, sleep and fall down from their position. See that? Thus, they will miss the opportunity to attain an eternal, blissful life of transcendental pleasure. So if you don't preach, you're going to have problems. Then you come down again to the bodily concept, and bodily concept means fighting, quarreling, bickering, this, that, so many nonsense. Again, on and on. Okay, we stop here. Thank you very much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Gaur Premanandi.